heard all the stuff he talking about them putting, bro, the movie minimum 3 hours. A minimum. It's 2:25 in the morning and I'm bored. Pick. Let's see this one.
Superhero fans, we are going to be eating so well in 2026 and 2027. They are going to be massive years for Marvel and DC. The movies that are coming are absolutely huge. So let's go ahead and dive into what movies are coming and what we know about them. Starting with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, releasing June 26th of 2026. Now, we do have a synopsis for the movie. It reads, while celebrating her 21st birthday, Kara Zor-El travels across the galaxy with Krypto, during which she meets the young Ruthie and goes on.
This is the same actor that was in the Superman movie, right? The latest one. Kara, she came in at the end with the dog.
On a murderous quest for revenge. Now, a lot of people I saw online when they first saw the synopsis thought, okay, murderous quest for revenge. It's actually Kara going on a murderous quest for revenge because somebody killed Krypto, which of course I don't think a lot of people want. Maybe some people out there do. I personally don't want Krypto to die, but
does Krypto die in the comics?
We do have sort of a reference for this story. And the reference is the actual Supergirl story, Woman of Tomorrow, from 2021 to 2022, that does focus on Kara Zor-El and Ruthie. Kara Zor-El is in space and she is aided by Krypto. They run into Ruthie, who is a girl, who's an alien girl that is seeking justice for her father's death. So when we hear the synopsis, a murderous quest for revenge, we believe that it's actually Ruthie on the murderous quest for revenge, not Kara. So hopefully that means Krypto is safe. And if you caught the ending for Superman, then you saw his cousin, Kara, show up at the end and take Krypto away. So this movie's going to pick up pretty much right after where Superman left off. Then moving on to July 31st, 2026, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day. And this movie...
Listen, man, 2026, I feel like it's going to be the end game, man. GTA coming out. Bro, a lot of other games is coming out too in 2026, but bro, GTA is kind of like the... It's kind of like the staple, man.
It's already looking like it's going to be pretty amazing. We've seen a lot of set photos so far. We've seen a lot of set videos of Spider-Man, Tom Holland specifically, and of course the stunt doubles as well, doing stunts, doing practical swinging, practical filming. Everything so far just looks pretty dang good. The suit, the new one that he has, looks amazing. He's been interacting with fans. So far, it's been pretty great seeing everything about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And we know that the Punisher is going to be in this film. We also know that the Hulk is going to be in this film, and he's actually going to Hulk out again and go savage. On top of that, there are a lot of villains that are going to be in this movie. We have Scorpion, we have Tombstone, who has been cast already, and we've heard that a lot of different villains are going to be in this movie in sort of a montage scene in the beginning of the film to show Spider-Man fighting a bunch of different villains. So that all sounds great so far, but we don't know who the main villain is going to be. We've heard that Shathra might be the main villain, who is a shapeshifter, and we've heard that Sadie Sink, who we still don't know who she's actually playing, but it's rumored she could be playing that main villain as well. I personally hope that's not the case. I don't want Sadie Sink to be a villain, and I don't want her to play Shathra, but we also know that Yelena Belova is going to be in the film, and she's going to play a pretty important role, and I think that she's there to really tie everything in to Avengers Doomsday, which we're about to get to in a bit. Then we have Clayface coming from DC Studios, coming out September 11th, 2026. This was a very interesting one to hear about from James Gunn. It's very interesting that Clayface is a movie that they decided to do with the reboot of the new DCU. But James Gunn seems very excited about it, and he calls it a body horror film. The premise for it is that Clayface is a body horror story about an up-and-coming actor whose face is disfigured by a gangster. As a last resort, he turns to a scientist who transforms his body into clay. We don't really know much about it, but we do know that Matt Reeves, who made The Batman, is producing this movie as well. And while James Gunn has confirmed that this is in the new DCU, it's not an Elseworld project, people are wondering if our new Batman could possibly show up in this because, of course, Clayface is a Batman villain. He hasn't really said much about it. That's pretty much what we know, and it is a little bit of an odd...
Man, hey, are y'all ready to see the Batman 2 or something like that? Like, bro, I want to see Batman again. I miss Batman, bro. That was a good movie.
Choice, but fans seem to be pretty excited about it, or at least intrigued. But you'll have to let me know what you think about this project.
I'm forgetting his name.
Then coming December 18th, 2026,
Robert Pattinson.
Avengers Doomsday. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU not as Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom. A lot of fans are wondering how this is going to work, what the connection between Doom and Tony Stark is, and
I heard that they said that he was going to basically be Tony Stark, but Tony Stark if he took a different path. So he's going to be the same. He's going to essentially have the same personality as Iron Man, just a little bit different, like on an eviler side.
A lot about this movie so far. A lot of rumors, a lot of reports. Marvel has also confirmed a lot of the cast that is going to be in the film, and Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, has already told us this film is about the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and the Wakandans all going up against Dr. Doom. But on top of that, we know that Loki is probably going to have a team as well, a multiversal team, and we know that we're going to be visiting some other universes in the multiverse before it collapses. A lot of us really do believe that Avengers Doomsday ends with the destruction of the entire multiverse. We get God Emperor Doom and Battleworld, and that's what takes us into Avengers Secret Wars, which we're about to get into. And we've heard some crazy things about this movie already, like Chris Evans is returning as Captain America, not as a variant of Captain America, but as the actual Captain America that went back in time and stayed with Peggy Carter at the end of Avengers Endgame. And the Russo brothers, who are directing this movie, did say that it is going to tie into the ending of Avengers Endgame. It's going to really tie the stories together, and we're just going to have to wait and see what they mean by that. But we do know that they said that Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars is a new beginning for the MCU. And we know the X-Men are coming in, the Fantastic Four, so we'll have to see what they mean by that. Then we have Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse coming out.
I was wondering if he was going to bring this up. I didn't know if it was coming out 2026 or 2027.
They did
this movie,
recently changed the date. It was originally June 25th of 2027. It is now moved up a week, June 18th. 2027. And we don't know too much about this movie, actually. It's been delayed for a long time. It was supposed to come out a year after Across the Spider-Verse came out. That obviously did not happen. But here's what we know so far about it. They state taking place right after the events of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Gwen Stacy leads the newly reformed Spider Gang in a race against the Spider Society, led by Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099. To find Miles Morales, who is trapped in another universe, along with an alternate version of himself as the Prowler, while the Spot begins his deadly attack in his dimension with far-reaching multiversal consequences. Now, the ending of Across the Spider-Verse was indeed a truly big cliffhanger, so I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. What a lot of fans are wondering is this going to tie into the MCU in any way? The MCU is in the multiversal saga right now, and Avengers Doomsday is going to be a pretty big multiversal film, but we believe Avengers Secret Wars, which comes out after Beyond the Spider-Verse, is going to be an even bigger multiversal film. And Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, when asked if Miles Morales was going to come into the MCU, he said, Beyond the Spider-Verse has to happen first. Well, it does happen first. It happens before Avengers Secret Wars, which again, we believe is just going to be a combination of a bunch of different universes all put into one world in one movie. So could the animated Spider-Verse be a part of that? Could Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, all these other different Spider-Man variants come into Avengers?
Bro, what if, hear me out though, what if in Beyond the Spider-Verse, you know how they're jumping from universes to universes? What if they jump into Earth 616? They're not animated no more though. They're real humans. Like we get like a little sneak peek of what the actors look like as real humans.
Doomsday, that's what we're waiting to find out with Beyond the Spider-Verse, to see how this,
like we get like a little 5-10 minutes of them in the Earth feeling on themselves like, yo, wait, what the hell? Like, what is this? Like they're like, yo, I'm real. Like I'm a real human. How would it look to them? It's crazy.
Film ends. We'll have to wait and see, but let me know if you're excited about that. Then we have the newly, freshly announced by James Gunn, the head of DC Studios, Superman, Man of Tomorrow. We're already getting Superman 2. July 9th, 2027 is its release date, and James Gunn has teased us a little bit so far. He posted this picture, and he said, Man of Tomorrow. It's the script, and on the front of it has a human who you can see through and see his brain. So a lot of people automatically thought, Brainiac, that's going to be the main villain for this film. And he's already basically told us that Lex and Superman are basically going to have to join forces to take on an even greater threat. However, very recently, just within the last couple of days, when James Gunn was specifically asked about Brainiac and this tease, he chose really not to comment on it. He didn't confirm it. He actually said, we'll wait and see on that one. It seemed like he was really teasing it, and now he's chosen to really not say anything. So perhaps it's not Brainiac, or perhaps he's just trying to mess with us, because it sure does seem like that. And it would make sense for Superman and Lex to go up against Brainiac, but it could be somebody else. If it is somebody else, who do you think it will be? Then we have something I've been waiting for a very long time now, and I'm sure a lot of people as well. The Batman Part 2 coming out October 1st, 2027. And we've heard quite a bit about this movie recently. Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson have both said.
So 2026, well, I know it's Avengers movie coming out 2026, stuff like that. Some good movies. But like, if I'm really, I gotta do some research. But it feel like 2026 is really the year of the games. That's the year of the game. And 2027 is the year of the movies.
That they believe this movie is going to be better than the first. I personally loved the first movie, so hearing that makes me really excited for it. Matt Reeves said we're going to see the Batman in a way that we've never seen him before, and that Bruce Wayne is actually going to struggle being with Batman. At the same time, we've heard it is kind of going to be another murder mystery, so we're getting Detective Batman again, which I personally really love. The Penguin is going to be in this for about 5 to 6 scenes, they've said, and Colin Farrell, who plays the Penguin, has read the script, and he said it's absolutely fantastic. So according to pretty much everyone who's read the script,
I still gotta watch the Penguin TV show.
And that's only a few.
Was that a good show? I don't know if it was. I heard some good reviews. I ain't heard nothing bad about it.
People, it is going to be an insanely cool movie. Everybody has seemingly loved the script, although, you know, what else would they say? But I truly do believe, since they took their time with this, they really did take their time, that this movie is going to be great. But go ahead and let me know what you think. And last, but certainly not least, I would probably say the one I'm looking forward to the most is Avengers Secret Wars, coming December 17th, 2027. What's interesting is we don't actually know too much about Avengers Secret Wars. In order to really know about that, we have to get to Avengers Doomsday first, which of course we're not there yet. But based on what Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, has said, we do know that Secret Wars is indeed going to be the start in some way, shape, or form of the new MCU that is going to be reset. Like I mentioned, we do believe Secret Wars is basically going to be about God Emperor Doom ruling Battleworld. And we've even had some leaked concept art showing us Doom on his throne. To his sides are one, Sue Storm and her son, Franklin Richards. To the other side is Doctor Strange, who in the comics is Sheriff Strange, the person who's basically in charge of everything. He's Doom's right-hand man. And then on the other side, it looks like Yelena has somebody captive, and she's bringing that person to Doom. So Doom does appear to be the ruler, God Emperor Doom, ruling over Battleworld that he creates at the end of Avengers Doomsday. But on top of that, of course, we know that ultimately the Avengers and the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, everybody are going to come together, and they're going to ultimately defeat Doctor Doom. So what happens after that? The multiverse will be destroyed, and as Kevin Feige has said, we will have a reset of the MCU timeline, and this will basically give us a new universe. From there, the main universe of the MCU will be reset, and we will have the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and basically anybody else they want to include, all finally in the same universe from a fresh start, from a new beginning, which is really exciting. And Kevin Feige has even said that they're going to recast characters like Iron Man and Captain America. And in Avengers Secret Wars, since it is a huge multiversal film, expect to see a lot of different variants of characters, a lot of new characters we've never seen before, a lot of cameos from actors. Really anything is possible in this movie. And this is supposed to be the biggest superhero movie of all time. Everything that basically has started not just from the MCU, but from the old X-Men movies, the old Spider-Man movies. Before that with The Punisher, everything is supposed to build up to this moment. And it's going to be absolutely huge. I can't wait for it. This would be the one I'm most excited for, I have to say. But it's kind of unfair because this is just, you know, a culmination of so much and the ending basically to the.
So the movie gonna be 4 hours, right? I mean, let's be honest, bro. Superhero fans, we don't care. The only thing that we care about is the bathroom breaks in the theaters. We don't care. We want the movie to be 5 hours for real. I'm just being nice saying 4. 5 hours minimum for something like this. We need it. 5 hours? I will dead sit in the theater for 5 hours. Look, you know how they do it? 2 hours, then take a little 10 to 15 minute break, come back in the theater for another 2 hours, little 10 to 15 minute break, then the last, I'm telling you, man, stop playing. I'm just saying, gang. You hear all the stuff he talking about them putting, bro, the movie minimum 3 hours, a minimum.
MCU as we know.
Minimum 3 hours.
Know it, and the start of a new MCU. But with all that, it's obviously, for me, going to be the one I'm most excited for. Go ahead and let me know which one of these projects you're most excited for in the comments down below.
It's a lot of heat, bro. A lot of heat. 2026 going to be the year of the games. Let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think of this, bro. Oh man, it's a lot of heat. Nah, cause I wanted to see. They said 2024 to 2027. Nigga, what? No. Beyond the Spider-Verse. No, I want to see. See Fantastic Four. Okay, here we go. Brave New World, Thunderbolts. Yeah. 2026. Supergirl expected. Okay. 2026, Avengers Doomsday. So Supergirl, A Brand New Day, and Doomsday. These are the only 3 movies that's coming out in 2026 as far as superhero? Interesting. Wow. And then, so only 3? And that's expected. We don't know for sure. And then you got 2027, Beyond the Spider-Verse, Secret Wars, Blake, nigga, this is a false list. What the fuck is going on, bro? No, they're chatting. Doomsday, Brand New Day, while DC's Super World, Woman of Tomorrow, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, nigga. All right, you know what? We got everything we needed to see from Cosmic Wonder. Shout out Cosmic Wonder. I'm sitting here looking at other resources, trying to find stuff when we just saw everything we needed to see. It's late, man. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm not sleepy, but I gotta go. You actually finished my video. I don't know if you watched a lot or a little, but I appreciate you. I'm gonna see you on the next video. I'm out!